gray hair, thinning strands, or your curl pattern switching up on you. Are these just signs of aging, or is there more to it? Today, we are going to get real about how our hair changes as we age. I'm going to be dropping some hair care gems along with busting some myths at the end. So stay locked in. It's about to get hairy up in here.
Turn that up, gang time.
Real homies.
Real
homies. Real homies wanna know.
Real homies want to know.
Real homies wanna know.
Real homies want to know. What's up, homie? Welcome back to another episode of Real Homies Wanna Know. If you're new here, my name is Christina, creator of Gero-what, your go-to spot for all things aging. Let's get into today's episode. All right, let's first touch on the changes our hair can go through as we age. First up, gray hair. So what's the deal? It all comes down to melanin, the stuff that gives our hair color. When our hair stops producing it, boom, gray hair. Basically, the pigment factory in that hair follicle shuts down. Genetics play a huge role in all of this. So if your biological parents went gray early, it's a strong possibility you will also go gray early. Now let me just talk a little bit about gray. I love it. I think it's beautiful. Seeing a variety of gray and silver and all the in-betweens within that family is just chef's kiss. Next up, thinning and hair loss. Listen, hair thinning is real. I've noticed it around my edges. Like, I do have a little bit of thinning right here in my edges, okay? And it bothers me. I'm gonna just be real and transparent with you because it's just me and you. It bothers me. Usually our hair is like one of the first things people notice. And if there's any slight change, we're immediately thinking that people are zooming in on those changes and judging us or labeling us or whatever else. As we age, our hair's growth cycle could slow down. And hormones like estrogen or testosterone could make hair loss even more noticeable in both men and women. All of this can play with you. It could really mess with your confidence. It could play with your self-esteem and your emotions and all of the things, because a lot of times it's just grieving what once was. If I used to have a lot of hair around my edges and now I don't. In real time, as I love my hair today, I miss my hair of yesterday. And so that plays a role in the changes with our hair as we're aging, and trying to figure out how to cope with that and work with what we got can be very challenging at times, or all the time. Now, there are some scalp and hair conditions that may not necessarily be related to age, but other things like medication, other illnesses, or chronic conditions that can play a role in the health of our scalp and our hair. And I would strongly encourage you to always seek a healthcare professional or like a trichologist who specializes in the scalp and hair, a dermatologist, or even an endocrinologist if it's something related to your hormones. But always seek professional help to get the answers that you need. Don't be out here self-diagnosing your scalp, all right? Because sometimes the changes that our hair is going through is something internal that we may need to address. Other times, it's just the way our hair is as we age. Next up, texture changes. So your hair might start feeling a little rougher or dry. And a lot of this could be related to environmental factors like sun exposure, or if you use a lot of heat, from heating tools like a blow dryer or a flat iron or a hot comb or curling iron. Those can also change the texture of your hair and also make your hair feel a lot more dried out, especially if we're putting color in our hair. So that is why it's important to do what we're going to talk about next, which is take care of your hair as you age. Grab your shampoo because I'm washing my hair today. So let's get into how to care for our hair. Let me just say, all these little tips I'm about to share, what's most important for you to make note of is that what works for one person may not work for the other. So however I do my hair it might not work for your hair. One of the things I learned over the years is that it is all about trial and error. Now that can become costly if the stuff you try just ain't working, but it's worth it. That's how you get to know your hair. That's how you strengthen your relationship with you and your hair. We have to keep plugging at it until we find the right thing. First, we can moisturize and nourish our hair. That is a biggie. So since our hair could become more thirstier, it's important that we invest in moisturizing shampoos, conditioners, or oils that can put that moisture back into our hair and help with keeping it from drying out so much. Next, be gentle. Be gentle in your words and your thoughts, but also with the way you care for your hair. So for my hair, I can't just go here and start combing. I got to start at the ends, and work my way down to the roots. Your hair, you might not have to do that. You might just do this, and you good to go. But it's time to ease up on the heat tools. And we want to make sure we're not overwashing or underwashing our hair. For me, I wash my hair at least once a week. You might wash your hair every 2 days or every 3 days. You might wash it every 2 weeks. It's whatever works for you, but be gentle on your hair. Don't do the most. Keep it simple, baby. And just be cautious of harsh chemicals that you might put in your hair, because those can contribute to it drying out or thinning or breaking off. Now, the diet for your hair and everything, what we eat matters. Leafy greens, nuts, omega-3s, that's a combo our hair is gonna love, along with water. And then the last way to care for our hair is to embrace the change. You can go gray or solid however you want. You can even change the color. It's your world. Embrace it the way it works for you. I know my mom, she shaved all her hair off. Homegirl got a full baldy and it looks good, okay? Do what your heart desires and what makes you feel free, okay? And when you look in that mirror, you can be like, good morning, gorgeous. All right, it's time to bust some myths that people love to throw around when it comes to hair and aging. Ready? Let's go. Gray hair is caused by stress. Now, stress might cause thinning or hair loss, but gray hair, no. That's mostly genetics, like we talked about earlier. And I'm sure we've all heard someone say, look at you giving me gray hairs, right? We used to say it about President Barack Obama. The way he went in the office and the way he came out, we were like, yes, America stressed this man out. I remember when I noticed my first gray hair coming in and freaked out. I was 23, finishing up with undergrad, couldn't find a job. One day, just so happened, I was doing my hair and I saw a gray strand. I legit believed it was because of stress. I had a lot going on at the time. Who knew it was just during that stressful time that my melanin decided it no longer wanted to be produced in that hair follicle. And that's why I got the gray hair. And of course, over the years, I've noticed more pop up, but I'm in the whole mindset of gray hair, don't care. How old were you when you first noticed your gray hair? Drop your age in the comments and let me know. All right, myth number 2. If you pluck one gray hair, more will come back. The reality, pulling out a gray hair won't magically spawn a whole army of more gray hairs. But that same follicle will produce another gray hair once you pluck it. So no, you can't pluck your way out of it. All right, the next myth, gray hair means you're old. The reality, again, gray hair is more so related to genetics than it is your age. Some people go gray in their 20s, and others don't see a single strand of gray hair until much later in life. People of all ages can definitely have gray hair, and some people actually dye their hair gray because, again, gray hair is a full-on vibe. So what changes have you noticed in your hair as you've gotten older? Whether you're rocking your natural gray or discovering new ways to wear your hair and care for your hair, let's keep this convo going. Let me know in the comments what you got going on with your hair. I want to hear all about it. And I'm going to catch you here next week, Wednesday at 3 p.m., where we're going to be talking about bones and muscles as we age. You're not gonna want to miss this. That's all I got for you today. In the meantime, in between time, you be blessed. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Turn it up, game time.